$9,000 with a $600 deposit. This can only be positive in Forex trading and with the right skills. So on this video today, I'm going to show you guys how I took this account step by step from $600 to almost about $9,000 in a day. In short, within 3 hours. Now, two things we're going to be covering here. We're going to cover how to grow in a small account. So how to flip in a small account, how to grow in a small account. So we're going to cover that. And also we're going to cover how to trade CPI. Coming up right now. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Love. On this channel I create videos on Forex, personal finance and tips to help you stay profitable on a consistent basis. So if you've been watching my channel and you haven't subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button below to subscribe to the channel so that you can always be updated anytime I come up with content like this. So let's get into the video. For all the Thomases, let's start with the account starts on my phone so that we can see the deposit. And then after, we're still going to come on my computer. We're going to go through all my history, all the trades we take. We're even going to go to IC Market, which is the broker we were using, to see if we have the same profit on IC Market. All right, you guys know I like to always put my money where my mouth is, and I like to lead by examples. So many people say, how can we grow a small account? How can we, like, I'm going to show you guys. This is it, $600 to almost $9,000. That's more than 1,000% gain, all right, in less than 3 hours. So let's go on my phone. Let me put my recording on. And then, so this is, I'm just waiting for my phone to load. So this is my recording. These are my apps on my phone. You can see that's my MT5. So if I can open my MT5, let's just wait for the chat to start, for the feed to start loading. All right, so that is it right there. It's loading as we speak. Okay, I just need to log in again because I changed the password already. So let me just log into the account again. Just give me, that's why I'm logging in for you guys to see. I'm just gonna blur it and then so that I can be able to log in. Voila, that's it. So we are logged into the account. I just want to confirm. Good, you can see the prices are changing now. That's it. We still have all the history on the phone, but I'm going to show you guys on the computer so that you can see better. So we are standing on $9,000 as you guys can see. So that is our history. Let's just go here. Let's go here. We filter this by day. So if you can put it on day, look, that's the deposit. What can you guys see there? $636 deposit. So let's go on profit. 8,334, and currently we are standing on almost about $9,000. So we can just screw up. You can see that's the first deposit. We deposited auto transfer. So I just transfer from one of my account to another. You can see that's the account from this account to this one. So internal transfer. And then I started trading. The first two trades were losers, and then after that, I've just been compounding, adding, and I wasn't just buying randomly. At least there were distances where I was buying, and I'm going to show you guys so that you can be able to do the same. So those are the trades on my phone. As I said, those are the same trades right there. That's the chart right there. The history is still on my chart. So how did I do this? How was I able to grow this small account? So I'm going to go inside my VPS. This is the same account here. If you guys can see, that's the same account with the same balance. That's the same live account, IC Market, MT5, H2, raw account. That's the same account right there. If you go on history here, that's the history. If you can filter, let's just filter, go on custom, and then on today, we click on OK, boom. That's it, 8,334, which is the same thing you guys saw on my phone. So I can even just push this one a little bit up. So those are all the trades, almost 100% win rate or 100% accuracy, except these two trades. But those are all the trades. I was trading strictly gold on this particular account. How did I do this? Let me minimize this again. And it's a whole thought process that I started compounding on it since yesterday. All right. I started compounding on this whole thought process since yesterday. So let me put this one yesterday. If we can start here, we had this cross since yesterday. This was around 6 a.m. yesterday. And by 9 p.m. yesterday, we had the news which Donald Trump, if you guys can notice, Donald Trump paused all the tariffs. One thing that was causing the forex market to be very stable was the tariffs Donald Trump passed to almost all the countries, right? So yesterday, at this same time, you can see this candle right here. At this same time yesterday, he actually just came up and said, okay, I'm going to be pausing for 90 days. I'm going to be stopping all the tariffs or putting a pause on the tariffs for 90 days. I'm not going to be going detailedly into the economics of tariffs and how they affect different economies, but that was big news for all companies in the United States. NASDAQ was up. NASDAQ was soaring up. US 30 was soaring up. Alphabet was soaring up. The stock market rebound yesterday, and I was like, perfect. I even posted it on my Instagram. Go on my Instagram, the story is still there. I posted it on my Instagram and I told people I'm already seeing what is going to happen today. If what I'm expecting to happen today happen on CPI, I'm going to be looking to buy, and I'll buy with a lot of confidence. So behold, this was yesterday. We had this right down here where immediately after that news, we had this gold started buying. And I was waiting for today. So today, we had this pullback right down to our slow moving average. I have these two moving average, just the 23 and is it the 19 and the 23 or the 10 and the 23 exponential moving averages. So when they moved here, I was very, very confident because you can still see this area here, which I was watching since yesterday. So this was where I started taking my trade. That was the first trade right there. Let me put history. Let me activate history. Can you guys see that? Can you see? Look at my history. I even put this without, that's my history. Let me go on the 15-minute time frame so that you guys can see clearly. Let me go here on the 15-minute time frame, and I'm just going to push it to the right. Can you see that's the same line I put? That was the first trade. If you can see, the line there represents the first trade I took. So I took that first trade. The market pushed up, and by somewhere here, I was watching on the 5-minute time frame. I was actually outside I was just driving out. I had to go and fix my Mercedes. So while I was at the Mercedes company to buy new parts for my car, I looked at my phone, and that pullback came in again. I added more positions here. You can see that is it. So I was adding those positions waiting for 2:30 p.m. in South Africa. What was I waiting at 2:30 p.m.? Look, I was waiting for this. I was waiting for CPI. CPI came out and it was all negative for the United States dollar. Remember, gold is XAU USD. So if XAU is XAUSD, meaning USD is the secondary pair, the secondary currency on that currency pair. Meaning if the US dollar is negative, you expect gold to buy, since gold is the secondary currency on that currency pair. If the United States dollar is negative, you expect USD JPY to buy or to sell, since on USD JPY you have the United States dollar as the first currency. So any currency pair that is having the United States dollar as the base currency or the first currency will sell, and anyone that is having the United States dollar as the quote or the secondary currency is going to buy. That was the same thing that happens on gold, because gold is XAU USD. So you expect gold to be buying at that point in time. So this gave me a lot of confidence. I then came again on my chart. Look here. This is where I added more positions. Boom. By that time, the market has pulled back. I added more positions. This is where the news was released. I pumped in more positions here. And boom, just immediately after that, 15 minutes after that, you can see this is the 15-minute candle. 15 minutes after that, boom, I already closed all my positions. My target on this account was just to make 1,000%. So my goal was to take $630 to $6,000. But based on this fundamental and the confidence I had, I was like, I'm going to go for 10,000. All right, I was like, I'm going to go for 10,000. And if you can see here, if I was still holding the trade, I would have hit $10,000. But when I got here, I was like, okay, I'm done. $9,000 is okay for me. I'm going to be closing my trade. So that is it. The same screenshot you guys are seeing, the same trades. That's the history. That's my history for today. Remember the first one here, that's deposit. Deposit balance from here to here, that's it, $636. And then we are standing now on almost $9,000. So point number one, if you are trying to flip your account, just know that you should always play with a small amount you can afford to lose. So I've done this millions of times. When I just put $500, I'm like, okay, my goal is to make $5,000. But I already put it at the back of my mind that if I don't make that $5,000, I'm okay to let this $500 go. Meaning, even if I put $500 below it, for 6 times on a row. I've just lost about $3,000. That one time that I've got a peak, like boom, to make $5,000, I've already made everything I've ever lost. So now I just made almost $10,000 from $600. So even if tomorrow I'm putting $600 again, your account is your stop loss when you are trying to flip. It's called full margin trading. All right, it's not advisable for beginner forex traders, but it's called full margin trading when your account becomes the stop loss. So even if I do this for the next 10 sets of trying to flips and I lost 600 times 8, it's just going to be like 5,000 something. But I just made about $10,000, bro. So even if I'm cursed, I can't do this for 8 times without picking another time that I'll be able to make almost about $10,000 again, or almost about $6,000 again from $600. So that's why you see my account equity will always be growing. Even though I flip accounts, there are some days I'll just put out $500, it wouldn't go my way as planned and I'll blow it. So it's not gambling because it's full margin with risk management parameters or with the risk management approach. All right, it's not gambling at all because this is a risk management. This is full margin trading with a risk management approach. So you can see just on this video today, we use a couple of points. You need to also understand how fundamentals affect trading, how fundamentals are going to affect your position. That's something you need to also understand because you won't just be trading. You need to always. I was very, very confident on this trade because of this reason. Because fundamentally, I already know. Number one, Trump paused his tariffs yesterday, which was good news for the market, which was good news for gold buyers. Many people started buying gold again, so I was very, very confident to be buying gold again. And then CPI today, Consumers Price Index, which measures consumers' spendings, was also dropping for the United States, for the United States dollar. So the United States dollar is part of gold. Gold is being backed, or the United States dollar has gold as one of the currencies. So I was like, okay, fundamentally, these are reasons for me to buy gold. So even as I was driving from the Mercedes and I was doing other things, I was very, very confident. Why? Because at the back of my mind, I know that fundamentally the market is going to go up. And it's still going up as we speak. The market is still going up as we speak. Can you see that? Drop to the 5-minute time frame. Even if I was still on this trade, I would have been on around $5,000 by now. But that's called greed. What I'm just saying now is called greed. Never suffer from greed. Once you're already out of the trade, even if you make $1, keep your chest and say, I did a good job, I am out. Because after I was out of the trade, the market has gone up again for 100 pips. So that is just greed. Once you're already out, you are out. Don't cry. Don't say, I wish. No. Celebrate that small win and know it wasn't there before the day started. So don't be greedy. All right. So for all the Thomases again, let's just go to my broker and see if we have the same money on my broker. So no, it's a demo account. It's a demo account. So I have almost about 15 live accounts with IC Market, different live accounts with different strategies. So if I can just scroll down here, you can see this account is standing here, the same account with almost $9,000, right? So people will say, no, you do inspect element. Bro, I've seen all kinds of comments. So I'm going to refresh this page again. Let me refresh this page. You can see that's it. I'm refreshing the page just so you guys can see. That's it. I'm refreshing the page. So that for those, I've refreshed the page again. Let's go down. Still the same account. Okay. So that's how you can flip in a small live account, and the mentality that you need to be able to have, the psychology you need to be able to have. This is not for beginners. You need to be ready. It should be something, a small account you can afford to play around with, a small account you can afford to lose. All right. And then again, you need to learn how to incorporate news trading or fundamentals in your trading. If you want me to mentor you one-on-one and show you more details on how to flip accounts like this, check out Golov University, the mentorship link below to be able to enroll so that I can mentor you one-on-one in Golov University. Also check out Patrex Pro, which is the #1 Forex robot now, the most viral Forex robot, which you can use on your private account and also your Profirm account. And talking about brokers, you can see I'm going to be withdrawing this, immediately after this video, I'm going to be withdrawing this $9,000. And by Monday morning, it's going to be hitting my account. So if you want to use my recommended brokers, check the link below to use my recommended brokers. And Profirm again, if you're someone who trades with Profirm, check out the link again to also use my recommended Profirm, where you can trade up to $600,000 in capital. All the links are in the video description, including my free Telegram community. Check out the videos that are going to be coming at the end of the screen because I explain a lot again on those videos. Click here to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and I'll see you guys on these other videos. Peace.